bestie, I welcome you all back to my channel. I am Aisha. In this video I'll be showing you how to make this balloon aspect of these two gowns. Stay tuned to the end of the tutorial. For you to determine the fullness of your balloon gown or skirts, you take the waist measurement of your client, assuming the waist of the client is 30 inches and 1 yard of tape is 36 inches. For us to get the fullness of 30 inches of waist, we can decide to use 2 inches or 2.5 inch for us to get the fullness of the balloon at the down aspect. And you can decide to use more than that depending on how full you want it. For this particular dress, the half length is 24 or 25 inches from the shoulder to the upper part of the hip. That's what they use for the half length of that dress. I'll be explaining the balloon aspect in details. First, I will be explaining this white one with this green material. To cut this type of balloon, you minus the half length from the length of your full length and you use the remaining length for the balloon aspect. The length they use for that upper part should not be more than 20 inches because of the basque shape at the down aspect. Whatever inches remain for the balloon, you add 10 inches to it and join it to the lining. I will be cutting it in small pieces for better understanding. This serves as the main fabric with the 10 inches and I will be cutting this with the lining. For you to get the wideness of the lining, you use your hip measurement plus 5 inches. Your hip measurement plus 5 inches for you to get the wideness of the lining. And for the length of the lining, you use your main length minus that 10 inches that we've added to the main fabric. You minus it for you to get the length of the lining, and you add the half inch that you will use in joining it to the main fabric to it. You can see the wideness. You pick the main fabric and pleat it on the lining, the right aspect facing the right aspect. For better understanding, watch this video to the end. You pleat it on it this way, or you add gather stitch to the main fabric. You add your gather stitch to it and gather it together to the wideness of the lining and place your sewing on it. This is an example of how to pleat it or gather it. Give this video a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the join button to be a member. Now I'll be joining it to it. First, you pick the one for the lining and notch it at the midpoint. Same thing applies to the main fabric. You notch it at the midpoint for us to have the gather or the pleat at equal size. Now I will be pleating it on it. This is it. I've done that. I've pleated it on it. This is the waist. Now you will pick the lining and notch it at the center. You pick the main fabric too and notch it at the center. This is it. For us to add gathers to it at the down aspect, we will be sewing it in a way that the sewing will not be showing. The sewing will be inside. If we sew it this way and bring it like this, it will show at the inner aspect of it, but we'll be sewing it in a way that it will look neat. The sewing will not be showing. You flip the lining to the front aspect this way and sew it same way. You gather it together. This is it. I've gathered it. This is the down aspect of it. You can see. Now I'll turn it to the front aspect. You can see that the sewing is not showing. The sewing is at the inner aspect. You can see. This is it. Now we need to join it together at the center. That's the center back. You leave the inches that you will use in joining the zip to hit. You leave the inches for the zip and join it together at the center. I've done that. You can see this is it. We'll be joining the waist to the upper part of the dress. Or if it's for skirts, you add your band to hit. For us to cut this balloon, this does not have joining. You take your length measurement and measure it twice of the measurement you are using, and add the half inch that you use in joining it to the upper part or to the band to hit. Because of the style, because of the folding of the style, that's why it does not have joining. If the length of the material you are cutting is 60 inches, you can fold it into two. That's 30 inches. You can see now you will place gather stitch on it this way. Let me do that. This is it. You pick the thread and add gathers to it. Give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button. If you have not joined the membership, you are missing. Being a member, you will have access to my special sewing tutorial. You will be given a badge that will signify you from others, and you will be recognized in all my videos. What are you still waiting for? Click on the join button to be a member. You gather it to your waist measurement and add the inches for the zip allowance to hit at the back aspect. That zip allowance serves as the joining allowance also. This is it. You can see the neatness at the inner aspects. There is no joining. You can easily fold it to create your design. You join it to the upper part of your dress, or you add your band to it if it's for skirts. At this back aspect, you leave your zip allowance and join it. This is it. I've joined it at the back aspect. This is the zip allowance. You can see how neat it is. You can easily fold the design at the front aspect to the upper parts. You fold it that way. You can see. By the time you bring it up, there is no joining, so you can lift it up to create any design of your choice. This is the first one. You can see the difference. If you don't want the hem seam to show at this center back, there is a way you can sew it. I will be explaining that. Assuming this is your fabric, this is the upper part that you will pleat. You know, we fold it into two. You bring it together at the side this way and place sewing on it downward. I will be using my office pin to hold it downward in form of sewing. Before placing sewing on it, at this upper part and at the down aspect, you leave the hinges for the joining of the zip. That's the zip allowance. You leave it on both sides. It must be equal on both sides, and you turn it to the front aspect this way. You bring the two edges together. You can see the inner aspect that the sewing is not showing at the outer parts. This is the upper part that will be pleat and joined to the band or to the upper part of the dress. You can sew this that way as well if you don't want it to have joining. Before joining it together at this down aspect, you first sew it at the side for the sewing to be at the inner before joining the pleat together. This is the end of the tutorial. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. If you have not joined the membership, you are missing. Being a member, you will have access to my special sewing tutorial video. You will be given a badge and you will be recognized in all my video. What are you still waiting for? Click on the join button to be a member. Thanks for watching. Bye.